In that particular one, should Arsenal had gotten that win, well, maybe the likes of Damola Fenwa, the likes of Kunle Adegoke would have been celebrating more here. With that, we welcome you to Kick Off Sports Show this morning, Easter Monday edition. My name is Oladapo Kunubi, and you're welcome to the show. It's the first half of the AM update, and here we look at updates from the world of sports, from tennis to NBA to boxing, talk UFC and talk football. Look at football from the local to the foreign scene. Shooting Star Sports Club of Ibadan played out a draw at the Lagos Salami Stadium yesterday, and the game almost looked in favor of the Oli Warriors in the first 45 minutes, but hey, they scored the first goal very early, and then that was how the team slept off. But this and more we shall be looking at. Remember, we're live on Facebook, facebook.com/solutions939fm, facebook.com/solutions939fm. We'll go straight and look at updates from the world of tennis, as it was Ons Jabbar, who was part of Victoria Stars over the weekend, and we look at Casper Ruud. World number 5, Ons Jabbar secured the first title of the season on Sunday with a 7-6, 6-4 victory over Belinda Bencic in the Charleston Open final. Jabbar, 28, enjoyed the best campaign of her career in 2022 as she reached the finals of Wimbledon at the US Open, but she was sidelined due to knee trouble following this year's Australian Open. The Tunisian reached Alex Papri in 11:30 will take on Dusan Lajovic. Same time, Ivan Gatkov is up against Mackenzie McDonald. John Ledustrov will be in action. Same time against Alba Ramos Vinolas as Matthew Berrettini take on Maxime Cressy. Jack Draper will battle Sebastian Baez. Alex de Minaur will take on former world number 1 Andy Murray as Diego Schwartzman will wait for David Goffins by 1 o'clock. Richard Gasquet will take on Dominic Thiem by 2:30 as Filip Krajinovic will battle Roberto Batista got by 2:30. Well, we've got games going down in Mexico, the ATP Challenger at Leon. We've got the Madrid, Spain ATP Challenger. We've got a split ATP Challenger in Croatia. All these events are going down this week, starting this morning. But hey, remember guys, we're live and we keep updating you on your Remedy Radio activity for the Clippers, who held off the Golden State Warriors for the first for the 5 seed, meaning the LA will take on the Suns again in the playoffs first round. But Steph Curry made 5 3-pointers and shot 9 of 15 for 26 points as Golden State Warriors rounded the short-handed Portland Trail Blazers 157 to 101 points. That meant the Los Angeles Lakers finished the 7th in the West despite LeBron James's scoring 8 3-pointers among 36 points in a 128 to 111 win over the Utah Jazz. The Lakers will face the Minnesota Timberwolves in the play-in tournament, with the winners will face the Memphis Grizzlies in the playoffs first round. Well, remember, the LA Lakers man LeBron James has not been happy with the form of the Lakers, but can they get to the playoffs this time around? That is a big call. The play-in LA Lakers against Minnesota Timberwolves is going down on Wednesday as Miami Heat to battle Atlanta Hawks, and this game to be going down very early on Wednesday morning. We'll move away from that. Let's look at more updates this morning as we talk boxing, where Anthony Joshua has announced that he will not return to the ring until December following this month's win over Jamie Franklin. The British heavyweight star has been linked with fights against Dillian Whyte and Tyson Fury following his unanimous decision victory over American Franklin at the O2. But Joshua appeared to suffer a nose injury during the first and He posted a statement on his social media account which suggested a lengthy absence from the sport. So who do we now start believing? Should the man just come out to say, yes, I'm fighting next, and we all felt like July, Anthony Joshua should be out and have another bad bottom fight?
Feel this level of happiness if you don't go for something in your own life. When they knock you down, when they try on you, when they talk about you, and they try to put their foot on your neck. If you stay down, you will never ever get that resolve. Fortify your mind and feel this level of happiness as you rise. One time in your life, but I'm blessed to be able to feel this again and again and again and again and again.
Israel, out of all the victories that you've ever had, this one has got to be
Sweet tooth. You already know this is sweet.
this man and you.
Sweet melody, normally ojoojúmọ́ là ń ṣayé luckily mo lówó tí mo fẹ́ náà me I just want to be high, be high, be high. Me I just want to be high, be high, be high. Me I just want to be high.
Okay, Adekunle Gold to Davido high. And well, let's just move to the highest level this morning. Let's talk about Nigeria's Top Flight League, the NPFL, that went down over the weekend with top results for some top teams, while some teams had to go away, nick a draw, and some team, Dagada FC defeating Doma United 1-0. So let's just quickly look at how the table stands. But the form of Bendel Insurance, they're yet to win a game in their past 4 matches. They've drawn all their last 4 matches in the last 5 games. The last game Bendel Insurance won in their last 5 was the game against Enyimba International. And that was on the 19th of February 2023. But after that game, they had a return leg game against Enyimba where they played out a 1-0 draw, played out a 1-0 draw against Akwa United, played out a 1-0 draw against Plateau United, played out a 1-0 draw against Kwara United. But this team is still topping the Group A of the NPFL. Look at the team placed second. That is Akwa United. Second with 23 points from 13 matches. Winning 6, drawing 5, and losing 2. But remember, Bendel Insurance still unbeaten. Remo Stars is also faced a lot of disappointment. However, it was a result, a 2-0 draw over the weekend between Arsenal and Liverpool. But for Mikel Arteta, he also made it clear that his team slept off, allowing and giving chances to their host Liverpool.
That we took a point in a game that we started extremely well, dominated the game, scored the first one, keep dominating the game, scored the second one, and then you have to kill the game. We didn't. We give them hope. They scored just before halftime, and that moment the game shifted momentum. And then we have to continue to play the way we did in the first half, and we didn't. We gave too many balls away. We lost too many 50-50 balls, and the game became really open with a lot of open spaces to run. And there they are, the masters in the world to play that kind of game. And then we have to rely on some good defensive action.
So the question I had in my mind when I walked in after the game was, how can we not win this game? But we didn't, so it's a point.
Well, the season going down to the wire, but let's just look at the next couple of games for Arsenal. After that 2-0 draw against the Liverpool. Arsenal will take on West Ham United on a Sunday. Arsenal will then face Southampton at the Emirates, then face Manchester City, take on Chelsea. These are the next couple of games for Arsenal in the month of April. The question here is, can Arsenal get 6, 9 points here or 12? As it was 2-0 draw between Mainz and Werder Bremen. Dortmund defeated Union Berlin 2-1 as Bayer Leverkusen continued their cruising run in Germany, beating Eintracht Frankfurt 3-1. FC Köln defeated Augsburg 3-1 as RB Leipzig defeated Hertha Berlin 1-0. Borussia Mönchengladbach defeated Wolfsburg 2-0 as Stuttgart defeated Bochum 3-2. Hoffenheim defeated Schalke 2-0 in the Bundesliga. Well, looking at how the table stands in the German Bundesliga, Bayern still holding on to that 2-point gap between themselves and Borussia Dortmund. Bayern is with 58 points and Dortmund is with 56 points. But looking at how the stats looks like, Bayern has won 17 matches, drawn 7 and lost 3. But Dortmund has won 18, drawn 2 and lost 7. That's the update from the German Bundesliga. Well, in the Spanish La Liga, looking at results of games, well, remember, fixture of game tonight, Barcelona will be in action against Girona. 8 o'clock is the time of that game at Camp Nou. But it was a series of red cards over the weekend in the Spanish La Liga, a total of 6. 2 for Sevilla, 1 for Espanyol, 2 for Betis, and 1 for Rayo Vallecano. For Rayo Vallecano, they had a man sent off and they lost 1-2 against Atletico Madrid, as Almeria defeated Valencia 2-1. 2 players sent off in Real Betis squad as a loss 0-2 against Cadiz. It was a 3-all draw between Real Mallorca and Valladolid. And Real Madrid fell against Villarreal at home. Courtesy, outstanding performance from Samuel Chukwueze. But a lot of people ask the question, why do we have a different Samuel Chukwueze of the 2023 Women's World Cup played out a 1-0 draw against Iceland in a friendly match on Friday at the Mardan Sport Complex? And remember, the Super Falcons defeated Haiti 2-1. And not really a good news to the USA women's national team, as their striker Mallory Swanzer looks set to miss the Women's World Cup after suffering a torn patella in a friendly against the Republic of Ireland. But meaning most players right now will have to keep themselves not too much attacking ahead of the World Cup. All right, guys, we have to move to the other side where we look at updates from the pages of the Nigerian newspapers, from front pages, same as burning issue. Remember, a lot of people will be enjoying themselves today because it is Easter Monday. Some planning to go for picnic. There's no problem. Cavemen, bolo bolo happiness in the cave. When we come back, we look at
Why is it that almost everyone in my school comes with small candies and biscuits? I just want to know.
Yes, darling. It's because Sumal food is amazing and simply the best.
Yes, mommy. Even the Sumal wafers and the chewing gum that you've always given to us are extremely delicious and captivating.
Hello, everyone. Here's your bread. Of course, it's yellow bread.
Wow!
Thanks, my dear. We always enjoy Jolly bread. For your biscuits, wafers, candies, chewing gum, and bread.
Sumal Foods, love at first bite.
Sumal Foods, love at first bite.
93.9 FM. Keep it locked.
News, sports, entertainment. Top 100 music on your Remedy Radio dial. Solutions 93.9.
Do not touch that dial.
Keep it 93.9.
Okay, it's the 10th day in the month of April and also Easter Monday. Happy Easter celebration to our esteemed listener out there. My name is Adi Damola. Laughing Wine. It's my pleasure to welcome you on to the From the Daily segment on AM Update on your number one radio dial, Solutions 93.9 FM. Like I always say, thank you very much for always making us your number one. Good morning once again.
Lord Joe Ajinde. Lọ́jọ́ Àjíǹde o. Àwọn obìnrin náà sàn jẹjẹrẹ. Did you
was
sing that song back there? Did you sing the song?
I sang it many, uncountable times. I was picnic Easter Monday like while growing up.
Ojinde o.
We had so many Galilees then. So many Galilees.
But I just feel like things have changed. Because if I could remember back then, we go to St. Anne's, we play games, you meet people, it's an opportunity to, catch up with some of your old friends.
With new people.
Yes, but now.
But parents these days, I don't know.
Do we blame the parents or who do we blame?
Well, I think we should blame the society because the society is no longer as it was then. In those days growing up, I remember my mom could easily leave us with neighbors as okay, please help me watch over my kids. I'll be, parents these days, you can't even trust your neighbor. Your neighbor these days.
Not even your family member.
Even your family members, you can't even trust them these days. So it's really, really disheartening. But still, Easter mood. We're celebrating right here in the studio, Solutions 93.9 FM, and very soon. Dapo and I will be going to our own Galilees to meet Jesus Christ, like we were told while we were young.
Okay, our own Galilee. I love the way you said our own Galilee. But let's also, we should be happy for people in Owo, on those states. Remember the church where there was massacre, and it got opened yesterday. That should be like 10 months after the massacre. And we'll also check some updates this morning. But remember, you can be part of the program as we look at the headlines on the front pages of Nigerian newspapers. Remember, we're live on Facebook, facebook.com/solutions939FM, facebook.com/solutions939FM, YouTube as well. Send us a WhatsApp message straight to 0904-422-2939, 0904-422-2939. That's the WhatsApp line in case you want to also pass across a message you want to contribute on the show. Well, this morning I've got with me the Punch and the Nation newspapers.
And I've got the Vanguard and the Nigerian Tribune with me this morning. Okay, kicking off from the Vanguard newspaper this morning, I will start from the CAP headlines, and there is this one that says, ex-AGF Bola Jibola dies at 89 as Buhari, Tinubu, Abiodun, others mourn. Financial Vanguard, okay, we have this one saying, FG's initiatives on non-oil exports failing, contribution to gross earnings drop to 10%, and Naxima, CPPE, others list priorities for incoming government. Now, moving straight to the banner headline this morning on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper, supplementary polls, opposition parties rally to seize control of National Assembly. And we have this rider saying, I2 Guber, 5 senatorial, 31 reps, and 57 state assembly seats. Another one says, opposition lawmakers elect speak. And there is this picture of Pope Francis at the Vatican yesterday reciting the opening prayers for the Easter service, which was held at the Vatican City in Rome yesterday morning. Moving further, I have this one that says Nigeria's oil production drops 2% to 1.517 million barrels per day. That story is on page 27 of Vanguard newspaper this morning. JAM to commence 2023 UTME April 25. Benue killings will risk annihilation. Autumn raises alarm. And okay, there is this good news as regards Adesanya winning his belt, winning his title back. And it says Adesanya beats Pereira with stunning knockout. Did you see the fight?
Yeah, I saw it.
It was a total knockout.
I saw it. I mean, if you've been losing against someone back to back and you feel like this time around I can do it, so it's like him, getting his own pound of flesh and having his title.
I think
back.
it was a huge comeback for him.
A huge comeback, but I also feel like Anthony Joshua should think about that if he can face Alexander Usyk for the third time. If he can get his belt back.
I hope it will be a knockout, not based on points.
Bro, anyhow, just get the belt back.
Okay, let me match my breaks here now.
Okay, matching your break, and let's talk about the state of the nation. Looking at the Nation newspaper this morning and looking at some headlines. From the Cap headline this morning, Oshibajo, Obasanjo, others pay last respects as Ajibola's burial, performing during their Easter concert in Lagos. Pope Cleric urged trust, unity in Easter messages. Bank, oil firms, or others flout stock exchange governance rules. And there's a quote to that headline: the sanctions for non-compliance with periodic financial disclosure obligations are clearly spelled out. And the last set of headlines: gunmen kill ASP, injured others at Lagos checkpoint, 15 killed in road crash. This and more you can find at the Nation newspaper.
Okay, I'm sliding to the Nigerian Tribune this morning, and there is this one, the story on the demise of Prince Bola Ajibola. There's this one that says Prince Bola Ajibola, 1934 to 2023. Buhari, Tinubu, Atiku, governors, Awolowo Dosunmu, others pay tribute. Obasanjo, Oshoba, Ogun, deputy governor, attend burial. My father was passionate about Nigeria's unity. Son, that story is on page 25 of the Nigerian Tribune this morning. And moving to the banner headline, National Assembly presiding officers, APC governors may open talks with aspirants. Riders to that, gang up against Southeast thickens. Group cautions northern contestants. PDP eyes National Assembly presiding officers post. You find this story on pages 23 and 24 of the Nigerian Tribune this morning. And that story on the our church that got reopened, there's a story that says 10 months after our church reopens amid tight security. And there were pictures of survivors of that event, and the pictures of the service that was held at the church. Okay, now moving further, I have this one that says, Kuka to Buhari, I don't know whether you are fulfilled as president. You want to know more about that? It's on page 24 of the Nigerian Tribune. And I have this one that says, bank's network failure. Fraudsters target customers migrating to digital payment wallets as apps zero network failure increases. That story is on page 7.
Please, can you retake that headline?
Okay, let me take it again. Bank's network failure. Fraudsters target customers migrating to digital payment wallets.
Okay.
And right to that, as apps zero network failure increases. I think it's talking about the smooth transfer experience on this app.
But I have a different experience yesterday. But let's just continue.
Okay, that story is on page 7 actually. And moving further, proposed bill on doctors won't see light of the day. NMA, and riders to that, it will paralyze medical profession. That's a rider to that. That story is on page 5. These and many more stories will be found on the pages of the Nigerian Tribune.
Okay, let's punch down headlines from the Punch newspaper. Asset declaration: defaulters may be removed from office. Okay. Can governors, others preach love at Easter? Buhari Oshibajo warning: fuel subsidy removal. Marketers seek CBN loans for 30,000 gas stations. Actually, my gas finished yesterday. But looking at riders this morning, gas stations, online banking, the online banking issue now reducing. But yesterday, I don't want to mention the name of the bank, it was difficult for me to make transfer until 1 p.m. because I had to order for a ride to go for church service, and it was very, very difficult. And if you check Twitter, that particular bank trended yesterday.
I saw it on many.
We are using the same bank now. If you use that same bank, you can share your experience with us this morning. So because AM Update this morning is not the whole of our seriousness, right? But remember,
it's a public holiday.
It's a public holiday, so you can also share your experience with us this morning. Shout out
National Chairman. For anybody to now see that I'm trying to run down the party, that person is a liar. But if you want me to refer to the last statement we got now from the so-called state chairman.
Okay, Lamidi Abampa there. More crisis in Labour Party. And remember, I won't really say that there's no party that is not in crisis. Remember what is happening in APC, what happened in PDP, we had a G5. Elections are over. Maybe some of them will surely come back, to readdress the issue. The APC saying that some chieftains who lost their wards, their local government to the opposition. But here, I think that of Labour is ago there was a massacre. But yesterday, the church got reopened, and it was a good one, and we're getting good stories. However, for some Easter messages we're getting, maybe we are seeing the light at the end of the tunnel.
It's already a year that that massacre happened, and then our only pain today is that some people are finding what is not Christian the obedient movement. Somebody, a professor last week, found the obedient movement to be attacked and called them fascist. He never released a word relating to the massacre of these persons that you just mentioned. Well, I believe the people who are dead, who lost their loved ones in that massacre, their time must have been healing them. So there's really not much to say that very people we expected to convey the remarks concerning such as this menace called government to be free from the people who have held Nigeria bound for the last 8 years or more are still the ones that people feel some persons in some quarters feel they need to defend. I think that's my only responsibility. It's actually painful that people will die. This nation that we had October 2020 massacre. This person did not find it worthwhile to read the word. But if we just start all that now, we have a case in our hand where people who are speaking on Facebook, on Instagram, on probably social media are the ones that are fascists, but the ones who actually do these dastardly acts are angels. That's almost how it sounds now.
Okay, so let's also look at. Akeredolu made a statement, last year after that massacre, and he kept to his words that things will be done. But how many of these people who were involved in that massacre have been brought to justice?
Well, the question is as good as mine, because there was a report sometime, I think a month or after that incident, that some people were arrested to have been the masterminds of the same dastardly act. But as I speak to you right now, I do not even know if any legal court or jurisdiction had had a sitting concerning that. It means for us who are here at the masses or the normal people are the ones who gave an order against the killing of innocent citizens, where that I as a youth want to feel that how will I always submit myself to my enemies in the name of politics? You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. And I believe a lot of people also share in this view. The people that are tormenting me, the people that are killing brothers and sisters are still the people governing me. It's only probably something that can happen in Africa and Nigeria in particular. That my enemies, my lords, my punishers seem to be the ones still enjoying the luxury of government. It's very, very painful.
All right, Dr. Cornerstone, just before we leave this cases of incessant killings and attacks, there is this headline on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper this morning, and it talks about
officer of the state, and you don't know how the right to hold up. What kind of chief security are you? Is it because of the bogus constitution we have in Nigeria that people interpret only to favor themselves? Section 134 of the constitution now, which a tribunal can sit down and decide what that thing says. Within 30 minutes, we take it off. There I'm saying, and you're saying the chief security officer of the state. Chief security officer without the ability to procure evil speech. If he's chief security officer indeed, and the concern of Nigeria is not in 50 leave notebook that is not worth anything, what stops a state governor from protecting his people? If the land belongs to the state, then the people deserve the right to protect themselves. But we're all at the mercy of the federal government who is using the bogus constitution. The power to which you utilize politics, that politics says. You understand what I'm saying? So I would probably say it's confrontational because he has never kept quiet all this while to tell the country the plight of his people. And if anyone is looking forward to having state policing, local policing, it's because of things and the sorrows that are happening in a place like Benue State. Whoever wants to try his gun goes to Benue State and shoot a human being. Whoever wants to try a pistol goes to Benue State and shoot a human being. Whoever wants to show he is angry goes to Benue State and shoot some human beings. And then we have a government. We have a government.
Dr.
It's even far-fetched. That one is even far-fetched. Okay.
You look at the front page of the Nation newspaper this morning, and Kuka was saying that incoming government will have to. Okay, Clarice asked incoming government to keep Nigerians alive. What advice will you give the incoming government? We have May 29 coming for in the next few days. What should the incoming government do from the state to the federal level to keep Nigerians alive?
Let me tell you this.
Let's look at the solution. The solution here.
You remember? You remember last week Friday when you were asking me a question relating to the issue of Odati Amen. They said that they were put him in prison, or he is going to be in prison for he incited people because of the issue relating to Section 134. And I told you that there are a lot of people whom the government will have to impound them, and probably someone like me. If the current government that is declared, there's really no advice. If you want to tell the state now, go and equip your people, form parallel state police, form all this. Amotekun is still carrying a pass, and probably some chance. You understand me? So there's really no. It is the document with which you operate that you can decide what your work will be. You understand? So there's really no advice. What advice will work when the mother is coming with AK-47, and you are saying we not go agree or we not go agree. He's killing, we not go agree. You don't see reducing numbers by the number of people who fall down by the bullet. So there's really no advice. The only other one I wanted to say is this: if we want to talk about advice and advising the next government, the first thing we'll have to ask ourselves, what is the reason why the petitions that have been said concerning this election, why has the petition not been attended to? That's the question we should be asking ourselves. Who has both intentionally and by his effort, by his work, by his administrative competence, has secured the majority, 98% of the people in Oyo State. In fact, if someone won 31 out of 33 local governments, that is more than a landslide victory. That's a block voting. That's a block victory. I'd like to advise him. That's the one that deserves my advice. That's what you have done to make you win, just continue doing it. That is the person I'd like to advise.
Okay.
If you want to understand my point.
Dr. Cornerstone, we have to go on commercial break right now, and we have to, pen this discussion till Wednesday. Thank you very much for your time this morning. All right, we have to go on a break, and when we return, we'll look at another face of the show. But remember,
music with loads of fun and entertainment. It's Buxton World.
Buxton World presents the Naira Game Show in the city of Ibadan, featuring lots of games to win lots of money. And also get a chance to mingle with your favorite radio personalities. Coming live every last Thursday of the month at Platinum Club's outdoor stage, number 2, Awolowo Avenue, Old Bodija, Ibadan, from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. The game ticket is 500 Naira, and you can get yours in all the radio stations in Ibadan. Or you can log into www.buxtonworld.com to play off stage. For sponsorship, call 0905-362-5550. Proudly supported by Platinum Club and all the radio stations in Oyo State. Buxton World Naira Game Show. Every player is a winner.
All right, it's 10:07. It's still AM update on Solutions 93.9 FM, and you have the opportunity to contribute to your opinion on the topics or the issues we've discussed this morning. The phone lines to call once again:
0909-888-9939 or 0912-222-2939, 0909-888-9939 or 0912-222-2939. And those are the numbers to call. But in case you want to send us a message, SMS or WhatsApp, you can do that via 0904-422-2939, 0904-422-2939. Well, while calling in, while we went on break, we had some calls, but if you tried calling in, please try and call us back, right? Okay, so today's Easter Monday, and since Friday, Saturday, we've been getting messages, the importance of Easter. But do people really understand the importance of the significance of the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ? This is 10:08. We go on this special report, and when we come back, we talk more, receive your calls, and read some of your messages.
A rendition from one of the services for this season. Easter celebration.
People that are trying to cover the truth are also everywhere. So the accused, in this case was Jesus Christ. His accusers, the high priest, the scribes, the elders, and all the Jews, because at a point we were told that they all gathered together in front of the judge's hall. The cross-examination of Jesus Christ, he asked them, Pilate, what accusation bring ye against this man? Many people suffer today because the accusers, they don't even have any basis at all, but yet they accuse them. He also asked Jesus himself, what have you done today after the cross-examination? So it means that
2. Easter confirm our faith about it be something we call Christianity. Number 3. Easter is a period of celebrating the hope that the dead shall also resurrected in the last day as Jesus Christ was raised up. Easter is a period of celebrating the hope that the dead shall also resurrected. And the importance of Easter period is that Easter is a period to dine and wine among we, the disciples, that Jesus is alive, are not dead. It's a period to celebrate that Jesus is no more dead. Easter is a period to celebrate our hope that Jesus is coming back to take his disciple with him.
To this effect, the federal government declared public holiday to allow citizens of the country observe this period with their loved ones. Does this season really have effect?
Don't say I'm small out there now. No money. Don't say na turkey. I feel buy. Tell my family. We eat and small for us. If not say na chicken. If not say na fish. Now we feel buy am. And na small go do am. We no party. We go manage everything what we get. We just thank God say we dey alive. Make sure they give thanks to God. Say God still spare our life to see another year. 2023 Easter. So many people don't die. So many people don't die.
Some are, however, planning to use the period to rest and plan for the next working day.
All the way to Calvary, He suffered for me to set me free.
Mary has seen Him. He's alive and walking. Oh, He's risen. For Thomas has touched Him, and He's risen to live. He's risen to live forevermore. Forevermore. Hallelujah, He's risen. Mary has seen Him. He's alive and walking on Galilee's shore. Hallelujah, He's risen. For Thomas has touched Him.
From 11 o'clock, well, the weather will surely change. This is 10:19. For those who are going for the picnic,
going to Galilee,
please try and use a better tent, because if I could remember way back then, I know anytime we want to go for picnic, we'll go with umbrella, and it will surely rain. But I mean, things have changed. You know, the time you expect rain to fall, it won't. But 11 o'clock, thunderstorms at the city of Ibadan, 31 degrees Celsius. That is what the weatherman is saying. But the weather will also change from 1 p.m. Where it increases to 32 to the 34 degrees Celsius. We should be expecting the weather to also change, but by 5 p.m. it drops to 33, 6 p.m. 31. Just feel that, I mean, this goes back to people, when you notice that you keep falling ill, I mean, there should be continuous medical checkup. Do the checkup, make sure that you're good enough, make sure that everything is, I mean, is good enough for you to proceed. And another thing is, you know, people, I think was a few days ago, people were complaining, about Dia. Nothing has been done to immortalize Dia before his death. And, you know, he got immortalized after his death. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Hello, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from? Hello.
Hello, Carol.
Hello. Okay, this is Update live at Remedy Radio Dial Solutions 939 FM, and we're talking about current issue this morning. Talking about Easter. Talking about later Ajibola. 29 is around the corner. Right.
Another issue I would like us to talk about briefly before we were talking about, I think this affects most of us. I think there is this payment wallet, this online payment wallet that came up when we were having issues with known commercial banks with transfers and everything. But there's this warning also on the front page of the Nigerian Tribune saying that fraudsters are now targeting this payment online because people are beginning to migrate. Like you said, you had
I had an issue with my app yesterday
with the commercial bank, which is really making a lot of people, which I'm also inclusive to migrate to some. So I think we should be watchful.
We have to because if I could remember, I think in December, January, that should be around January, February. I wanted to make a particular a transfer, and I noticed that my account has been blocked. So I had to call a friend in that to your customer so that they can take the right step. I mean, this is public holiday. Nobody will go to bank to say I have a problem with this, I have a problem with that. Imagine if the guy that took me to church yesterday, I couldn't make the transfer, and I mean, he's just a new guy. I don't know. It might be a big problem yesterday that, oh, you knew that you don't have money, you don't have cash, you cannot run transfer, you didn't wait at the POS unit. I mean, at what time in the morning? So you don't want to make transfer, you don't want to pay me my money. So, I mean, customer is always right. However, when you want to take some decisions, carry them along. When we know the next thing to do, even if it's to quickly make withdrawal very early and know that, okay, we spend this cash. I mean, I know a lot of people who would have been being engulfed in a lot of issues from that Sunday morning till now. So that is just the message, because I know they kept dragging this particular bank online yesterday. Looking at the last headline before Victory comes in here, page 16 says that bandits slash ransom for 85 Zamfara abductees. And I read one particular story. Okay, one of the wife of a king in Osun State who got released said that I think they requested for energy drink. They requested. I mean, the people who abducted this woman, the kidnappers. Thank you very much. Requested for energy drink, cigarettes. I think something. So, if are we getting to a stage where, I mean, the kidnappers are now bigger than state governors, bigger than Nigerian police, bigger than yesterday. And okay, so what time did you leave the event, Seth?
Oh, we left exactly the same time.
Oh, yeah, you were with Tayo. You people were enjoying the ride. So what are we looking at this morning?
Well, this morning would be talking about diabetes. I know we've had a wonderful celebration, so a lot of people must have consumed a lot of sugar. So we're going to be talking about diabetes, bring to light the importance of maintaining a proper glucose level. I think it was Ladi yesterday who showed a text to me of someone who sent a message to him saying she's dealing with low sugar level, which is even more complicated than having the higher sugar level. So we're going to be talking about these, some of the risk factors associated with diabetes, sedentary life and whatnot. We'll have a doctor, bring to light some of these conversation. So that's what.
Thanks, my dear. We always enjoy Jolly Bread for your biscuits, wafers, candies, chewing gum, and bread.
Small foods, love at first bite.
Small foods, love at first bite.
Hey! Where the energy day? Where the sound day? Where the news day? Where the sport day? Where the cut day? Hey! Now yeah, because you know the turn. We know the turn. We know the turn down. Hey, we know the turn down. We know the turn down. We know the turn down. Hey, energy for energy day, everything day. Yeah. I'm not your 3 to 9. I change you 100. Not your 3 to 9 to okay.
93.9.
No vex for me. Say I never call you since, but I hope that you are well. I hope your market sell. Every day I dey pray for you. Make you Baba God bless you. I never forget you. I gon' forget you. See my shoulder, make you rest upon me. You know I got you. Now me be your friend indeed. My money don't show now. Some for you, we no go so far. Cause anything I get now for me and you. Yeah. How are you, my friend? How do you do, my friend? I know sometimes it be like say nobody sent you. That's when I did for you, my friend. How are you, my friend? How do you do, know it's gonna be on sight. See my shoulder, make you rest up on me. You know I got you. Let me be your friend in need. I'm on the money don't show now. I don't keep some for you. You know go suffer. Cause anything I get now for me and you.
According to the World Food Programme, globally, malnourished mothers give birth to as many as 17 million underweight infants per year. An undernourished girl will become an undernourished mother and give birth to an undernourished child. Break this cycle. Get nourished. Keep listening to Solutions Clinic on Solutions 93.9 FM. I am Ifeoluwa Bodunde, a registered dietitian nutritionist.
Hi everyone, my name is Olumide Obatuyi. I'm a medical doctor, and I'm here to tell you that hepatitis is real, it's around us, but the diagnosis of hepatitis is not a death sentence. So stay safe, and please keep listening to Solutions Clinic on Solutions 93.9 FM. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Mrs. Adeshola Odofin. I'm the Chief Consultant, Government Dental Center, Dugbe. Have you visited your dentist this year at all? You know, you have to visit your dentist once in 6 months. Remember, the health of your mouth determines and mirrors the health of your body. Keep listening to Solutions Clinic on 93.9 FM. Thank you.
Alright, it's a beautiful morning right here on the Remedy Dial Solutions 93.9, exactly 38 minutes gone past 10, and it's Easter Monday. How you doing? Hope you had a great Easter celebration. I know you've consumed a lot of chicken, had some turkey, maybe some soft drinks, but hey, that's a lot of sugar too. So we're going to be talking about how to keep your glucose level moderate, right? And that's why I said we're going to be speaking on diabetes today. And joining me in the conversation is our medical doctor who will be giving credence to this conversation this morning. So if you have a question on diabetes, right, you know someone who is dealing with it, there are concerns in your mind that you are looking forward to have feedbacks on or have clarity on, this is the moment where you need to tune into Solutions FM or even call the person to tune into 93.9 Solutions FM and send in their questions to the WhatsApp line or regular message. So you could do WhatsApp or regular message to 0904 422 2939 0904 422 2939. Welcome to Solutions Clinic. My name is Victory Richard. right. Diabetes is a chronic disease characterized by a flaw in the production of insulin, which is inherited or acquired. It could also be the ineffectiveness of the insulin produced. The deficiency results in an increased concentration of sugar in the blood. According to the WHO, 400 million people globally are living with diabetes. However, diabetes can be treated and its consequences avoided or delayed with diet and other methods. Joining me this morning to shed more light on the conversation is Dr. Chukwuma Okoli. Good morning to you, Doc, and happy Easter celebration.
Good morning.
Hope you had a swell time.
I did.
I mean, if you're looking at Doc now, you think he's going for another party. Well, you could join us live on Facebook and YouTube. We're streaming on Tells You for you to know.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, you are right in saying it is a situation where there is excess blood sugar level or blood glucose level, like we would want to call it in the medical field.
Okay.
Now, yes, there are basic symptoms that it will manifest over time. It's not something that comes in immediately, but over time, there will be symptoms that will show. Number one is what is called water.
Okay.
Yes. Now, the next one is polyuria, excessive urination. Then polyphagia, excessive eating. Yes. Now, you're right in saying that there is either there is excessive common condition, polydipsia, excessive thirst, polyuria, excessive urination, polyphagia, excessive eating. Those are the common symptoms you find. There are a lot of others. But for the purpose of this discussion, let's talk about the common things which occur commonly, like we say in the medical field.
That's interesting. So what causes the body not to respond to insulin production?
Okay, great. That's the one we call the non-insulin dependent. Now, okay, so let's go to that IDDM and NIDDM. Now, the non-insulin dependent diabetes is a situation whereby the insulin that is produced by the body is not able to convert the excess glucose in the bloodstream to glycogen for storage. So in that case, it's still the same thing. The system has failed. For the purpose of study, that's when we try to classify between insulin dependent and non-insulin dependent. But for the common man who wants to actually understand his condition, just let him know he has excess blood sugar level. Simple, straight up. He has excess blood glucose. So the question is, doctor, what do I do with it? You need to be placed on medications, okay? We need to do the commonest investigation, which is to check the blood sugar level by just taking a drop of blood and put on a small machine. It will give you the reading instantly.
That's the glucometer.
The glucometer. And once you do that, there are some certain levels according to WHO standards. Okay, once it crosses, we have what is called impaired glucose tolerance. Those people are not at the point of needing treatment per se. All they need at that point is dietary control, lifestyle control, control the food, control the lifestyle, and all that. In that case, they may not really need medications. But when it crosses a certain level, you need to introduce medications to them. We have what is called the OHAs, that's the tablets. Because this is a teamwork. Even though we are trying to take care of you as a patient, but you play your own role by first accepting the fact that you have a high blood sugar level. Number two, follow the instructions given to you by the doctor or the health practitioner. While I came in, I was hearing about the dietary, the dietitian was talking. I was impressed because that is an integral part of the management of diabetes.
Yeah.
I talked about dietary control. That's the job of the dietitian. What they do simply, they sit down, look at your food pattern over the past 1 week, the things you love to eat or how you eat. Nigerians, we have some Nigerians who have a food timetable, so to speak.
Yeah.
Rice in the morning, amala in the afternoon. They love to eat or what they think they should eat. For instance, by default, I cling towards proteinous meals. If you give me a plate of rice, let's garnish it. Fried rice, chicken, right?
Vegetables.
Okay. And then you give me just beans and plantain or beans and corn. I'll ask you to turn away. I'll just take the beans, hide it, because that's what I'm going to eat.
Of course.
If I touch that rice, probably because of the chicken on top of it. And then while we are talking, I just take 2 spoons and I take the meat and I push the rice aside. At the end of the day, ask me, what have I eaten? Protein, protein, protein. That's what I love to eat. Yes, people get banished to taking beans and rice plantain. However, they can still take their rice.
But I've also heard that beans contains a high portion of carbohydrates.
Yes, of course. That's why I said they can still take their rice. They can still take whatever they want to take. Moderation is key. That's where the dietitian comes in. Just do it in a moderate way. While people will eat rice in the morning, rice in the afternoon, rice at night, and that's what they love to eat. Some human beings will tell you, any day I don't eat rice, that day is not complete. And when such a person develops diabetes, you have a problem, because if you are not careful, such persons would not eat at all. And then the way we accept all this news differs. That's why it's important to have the mind and the well-being of that patient at heart when telling them about this information. How can you tell an Ekiti man who loves his inyo like he's not going to take it again? How? Then he'll tell you, you make a go die be that. Abi, if you take inyo from me, then people just do inyo and Fanta. I'm just talking about the way people eat. Like they sit down, they take their food.
There's always something to step it down.
Exactly. Why can't you step it down with water? Why always stepping it down with a soft drink? So you are always loading your system with excessive glucose. So these are the challenges we have when you load your system with excessive glucose. So risk factors: diet. When you're taking excessive glucose, excess drinks, always, you are pushing yourself. Then you're always taking carbohydrate. Probably you tell yourself, I don't take beans. It gives me ulcer. I don't take this. I don't take that. You can always take all those. Even for those in the medical field, you know that when you consume a lot of vitamin C, you may develop ulcer from it. Unfortunately or funnily, you also know that the same vitamin C is necessary for wound healing. How now? You know that ulcer is wound inside.
Yes.
So you see, so moderation is key.
That's the answer to all of this. We have a couple of questions and we're already pressed for time, so we'll just take them quickly. There's a message here from Mrs. Aitayo from Oketunu. When I was pregnant, I had diabetes, but immediately I delivered, it disappeared. 2 weeks ago, I discovered I had diabetes again. What could be the problem?
Yes, and I should have mentioned it too. Well, I said that majority of them, it goes.
Yeah.
Now, this is the clause. If you have been noticed to have gestational diabetes, do yourself a favor. Monthly, check your blood glucose level.
But, I mean, it's not affordable. Can one just get the glucometer? Okay, it's very expensive.
It's less than 10,000 actually.
Oh, that's fair. I was looking at 1,500. Oh, that's fair. That's fair. Well, you can always walk into the hospital and have it checked.
Yes, it's affordable.
Okay. Another question here. Symptoms of blood sugar being high.
Symptoms. I talked about them. The polydipsia, there's excessive,
yes.
Excessive eating, excessive urination. That's the commonest thing. Like now, but let's get confused. For our elders that are men, you could be having a prostate issue and still be urinating excessively. Doesn't mean you have blood sugar level that is high. So most times you have more than one of them occurring at the same time. I remember my very good friend whom I eventually lost to diabetes at the tender age of 25 several years ago. Yes, it was so painful. I was the one going to buy the Coke for him. Then, not the 50cl glass bottle they do now, like this.
He was studying medicine too.
Looked at him. He just fused it.
Sugar and high blood sugar. I hear that the lower is even worse.
Yes, it is.
So what are the causes of both of them?
Okay, now, just like we talked about the excessive calorie in the high blood sugar level, in the low it is the deficiency of calorie. People in your profession can work from morning to night and forget to eat.
It's possible.
And then when you start having headache, you can't really tell, and you still have a program, you have news to gather, you are so busy. God forbid, that person can just go fume, and then you realize he never chopped since morning. So blood sugar level that is low is real, and it can kill. It is more common in people who have high blood sugar. As a result of treatment, it drops it too low. It is more common in them. Yeah, than just a normal man. Because the normal man has his system already under control.
Yes.
Even when you starve, how about when you're fasting? How about when you have a family member who needs help and you are busy taking care of that person? You may go a day or two and you're not even hungry. How about that? So we say that low blood sugar is more dangerous. Yes, it is, because your brain needs the glucose to function. Your heart needs the glucose to function. Your kidneys, your vital organs need the glucose because that is the energy with which they function. So it is very dangerous to have it very low. But if you are the type that you do feel dizzy from time to time, and you've been to the hospital on 1 or 2 occasions, and you were told your blood sugar level is low, take heed. You are not the candidate by 12 o'clock spoons, and then you can get on with what you're doing. It's better than landing on the bed and receiving glucose in your brain when you can just quickly chew one loaf of bread or something and you're fine.
This question is quite interesting. I was told to eat my normal meal because of diabetes, but I usually would get hungry. How do I manage this?
Very, 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 very true. That means if I'm right, the person already has been.
Yeah, so it's more like, I'm eating, just like the meal you mentioned. So
meal.
I eat in smaller quantities.
Yes.
So how do I manage my hunger pangs? Because, I mean, it's going to come troubling.
Okay, sir and ma, natural fruits do not increase the blood sugar level. Fruits.
But fruits makes some of us hungry. Like for me, taking orange or pineapple, is it because of the acid? I don't know, but it makes me really hungry anytime I take these fruits.
It's just a little here, a little there. So yes, if you are asked to eat your normal food and you get